Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a review of the FangShi Shuang Ren 3x3. This one is the 54.6mm. I got this one from lightake.com and it cost me about £11. I've had it for a couple of months now. The reason I got this particular one is I like the interesting colour scheme where it uses black caps with their stickers on a white shell. Now it turns just like a normal 3x3, nothing's different there, but it's the way the mechanism works that makes it different from all the others, such as the Diane. It's a ball mechanism, and I don't know if you can see there, but the corners are locked into the edge piece. And because the edge pieces are what are holding the internal structure together, it means that this has eradicated popping pretty much entirely from the cube. Now the FangShi Shuang Ren seems to be the first cube to do this, but also make a smooth and competitive cube. It can be a bit grindy, but overall it is very quiet, it's very smooth, and it can catch. There is a small problem sometimes where the corner of one piece will catch the centre of another, but to be honest, the more I've used this, the less of that has been happening. I'll do some corner cutting for you to show that it is definitely at least on par with the Dianes, at least in terms of undercutting. Overcutting is just as good. It's actually about the same as my FangShi, if not a bit more on the overcutting. You can see that's over half a cubie. Here is a size comparison to show that it is slightly smaller. Now, usually I don't notice if it's only a small bit, but that is one thing I'll say about this, is that I think the reason I haven't used it quite as much as other things is because it is that little bit smaller, and I feel myself doing the algorithms slightly differently. The stickers on these have been fine. I haven't had any chips, they all look good. The colour scheme is mainly the same as normal cubes. The blue is slightly different, it's a lighter blue, and the orange is sort of a bit more dull, but the main colour is still the same. Using the caps, none of those have come off for me. I think there have been a couple of problems where they have for other people, but for me I have not had that problem. So I'll go over the pros and cons of this. It's an interesting new design, and this cube in particular has a very interesting new colour scheme as well. That's mainly why I got it for my collection. If I want to try something else, if I don't want to use a white cube or a stickless cube or a black cube, then I can try this. It's definitely been well made. It's got this sort of dull coloured plastic, which I know is meant to look like white. If it was like a full white, I think this would be slightly better, but I think that's just nitpicking at this point. However, in terms of speed solving, the black and the white is quite off-putting for colour recognition. I think that's not affecting it too much, but you will notice it. So if you are trying to get like your best times, then I wouldn't recommend this colour scheme. It's also not the fastest. Like I said, those locks that do happen rarely, but they will lock completely, and if it does it in the middle of an algorithm, then it's going to slow you solve right down. Now, whether I'd recommend this, I think it depends why you're buying it. If you're buying it in terms of your collection or because you're interested in how it works, then definitely. I think it's very interesting and a very good looking cube. It's definitely fun to use. However, if you're buying it in terms of using it as your main speed cube, then I wouldn't recommend it. There are definitely faster cubes out there and 3x3s that are going to get you a better time. Okay, well that's it from me. Please like, subscribe, and happy cubing. Okay, here we go. Solve number 1.